It's on this shorty new year, shorty new year. Come along to Camp Shorty, we're so glad you're here. Camp Shorty is where you will find family. Our mod Avengers will greet you with glee. At Camp Shorty, you can shine and shine bright, because the Shorty Camp leader is a fucking delight. It's on this shorty new year, shorty new year. Come along to Camp Shorty, we're so glad you're here. Your opinions are valid. You can fly like a bird with the comments and scream. You will always be heard. It's the best chat on YouTube. You can cuss all you want. And here at Camp Shorty, we even say cut. It's on this shorty new year, shorty new year. Come along to Camp Shorty, we're so glad you're here. Let your caps be free, it's so liberating. We stay on topic, although occasionally things get a bit feral, but it's clear to see. It's a lit shorty new year, a shorty new year. Come along to Camp Shorty, we're so glad you're here. Camp Shorty is where you will find family. Our mod Avengers will greet you with glee. At Camp Shorty, you can shine and shine bright, because the Shorty Camp leader is a fucking delight. It's on this shorty new year, shorty new year. Come along to Camp Shorty, we're so glad you're here.
Hi, good to see you. Nick, I've got to write another song. Excuse me, I've got to write another song. So it's there until I write another one. Sorry about that. Not sorry. I did have another song. I had lots of great songs, but unfortunately they are no longer with us. Rach made it. Cool. Same. Hi, Debbie. Good to see you. Cat Coco's here. Pokemon is strapped in. Shelley, she made it. What the fuck's here? Yes. Stream Elements, sir. I do have to write another song. It's a shame I don't know how to make songs. What the fuck's going to lurk a bit? Beautiful. Poppy's having a big drink. Beautiful. Hi. Hi. Hello, sunshine. Hi. Good to see you. So what the fuck is always here, right? Yes. Hi, Kraken. Good to see you. Are you self-portaled? I hear. I agree. That song is kind of it gets a little grating. Maybe I'll do Ratchet Redemption as the as the song. That would be funny. I don't know if I'd turn some people off. So I'm just moving my tabs around. That's what she said. I don't think she said that, unless it's a euphemism. Wait. So what are we doing? Poppy wants to go out. Of course she does. Motherfucker, I literally just sat down. Wait. Nope. This. We've just got one video and a little short, but it's a long video. We won't get through it all. At all. Danny, hello. How are you feeling? You feeling better? Listening in, looking forward to this follow-up. Yes, same. Hi, Jerry. I like it too. It's not my favorite of all my songs, but it's a tough choice, really, isn't it? Like, seriously. Danny, thank you. Yes, make sure you subscribe to Danny After Dark. She has a channel, so we love this. Okay, now you got a new wrench today. What's my limit to not become a hoe? Did you ask for the wrench, or were you gifted it? There's a distinction between the behaviors. It's like junkies, right? Not all chronic drug users are junkies. It's the behavior which dictates the junkie. Same with the wrench hoe status. Generally, if you're begging for a wrench, you can probably be classified as a wrench hoe. You could have 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 wrenches and not be a wrench hoe, because maybe you don't, think you're all that fucking that. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you. Vix is here. Fantastic. Gifted. Not a Rencho, but it's a good song. Yes, Vixie also. Yes, subscribe to Vixie Blaze. 100%. I love that. Rising seas lift all ships, right, chat? Oh, wait, I didn't check my mic. It's probably on this stupid fucking earbuds mic. No, smooth as butter. Smooth as butter. Michelle is lurking. She just woke up. Prince Lover is an ESFPMT. No M. ES. I thought you were being funny. PMT. Lol. Hi, Poppy. Poppy says hi. She's here. She's down here. She's here. Oh, Poppy. It's always on the side when I'm trying to do my mouse action. Hi. Sorry, my brain. Maybe. So has everybody done? Does everybody in chat right now know what your Myers-Briggs personality type is? There's 16 options. If you haven't watched the first live stream that we did on this, it's probably helpful because it gives a good overarching kind of broad explanation of it all. You're the same as Taryn. There you go. Hang on, Poppy, in a minute. Un momento, Poppy. Does everyone remember what they were? I was an INFJ, and you would still be an INFJ. I am also an INFJ. On that note, I found one because I obviously only care about myself because I'm such a narcissist. And I don't know, my YouTube says, hey, I think you're an INFJ. So does my Facebook. Here, Nick, and for any other INFJs in chat, this is a little short. Wait, I'll get back to the start. It's things INFJs think are normal, but aren't. Oh, look at this. What's that doing there? Yikes. Karma is teaching you a lesson. Yes. Sorry, that's a shit noise to make into the microphone. Sorry, chat. Sorry, my bad.
INFJs think are normal but aren't. INFJs can have their own unique perspectives and behaviors that they consider normal but may be perceived differently by others. Here are some things that INFJs might think are normal but aren't necessarily so. Overanalyzing interpersonal interactions. Putting others' needs before their own. Seeking deeper meanings in everything. Feeling like outsiders. Preferring solitude. Being highly idealistic. Having a rich inner world. Taking on others' emotions. Planning for all possibilities. Struggling with indecision. Things INFJs think are normal but aren't. INFJs.
It's in my ears. God damn it. So that, lol. I'm like, yeah, that's normal, isn't it? Oh, no, apparently. No, there's no shaming. We don't shame here. Thirst trap. Congratulations, Poke, Shelley. That's awesome. I'm thrilled for you. It's always lovely to be considered such a valuable member of a channel that you are given that responsibility or honor or pleasure of becoming a moderator. Yes, I love that. So Debbie had to go and get some cheese. Fair. I'm just having barbecue cheese on toast. Vixie. Chat is base, Steph. Hi. And also cheese is life for me. Oh, I do all of that. Cat Coco, same. I'm okay making a decision sometimes and I'll just be like, boom. But then there's other times I'm like, but most of that was pretty correct for me. It shows you are a valued member of that community, not a rent show at all. No. I want to say, and I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it because you all are my friends. I just had a quick little glance at my Twitter notifications and fuck, I hate that place and those people. Like, fuck, I hate them. I think I'm going to delete the app. I can't. Can of worms, we scooped it yesterday, right? We scooped that motherfucker. And I'm throwing the worms. God, it's vile. I honestly, the people. Speaking of French shows. Oh, wait, wrong one. Yikes. This one. Anyway, feel free to cruise on through to the old Twitter and have a look what's going on because fuck, can't. Anyway, I'm a right-handed ESFP entertainer. That's a beautiful segue. That INFJ was video is bang on. Nick and anybody else, all of us, chat. If you have Facebook, it's just, I just can't. It's the. I don't know how I don't know. Whatever. Whatever the few people, like whatever. Let them. Karma, the unraveling. Fat finger, don't delete me again. No. Don't fat finger delete me again. You, me? I will never. I would never. I hate that place. Yes. It's quite it's oh, Scott's here. Debbie says do it. You don't need that place. That crap. I like to be able to use it as a sharing of my streams tool. The rest of it, not so much. I have a feeling that the comments are coming on I shared Flying Monkeys, the song, this morning because I'm like, fuck you all. And surprise, surprise, the Flying Monkeys have flown on in and are commenting on it. So let them. It's just, hi, Hammer. Good to see you. Hey. I don't even bother with X most of the time. Yeah, I don't. I have my notifications turned off, but I just looked. No, I shouldn't have. Yeah, Steve's posts are great. There's a few people. I rarely scroll through Twitter because I just don't have time or the inclination. But I was a fucking loser, you fucking bird. And I just looked. I shouldn't have. Because, though that's nice, though. So we'll get on to Myers-Briggs in a second. But let me walk and talk chat. You get to see people's true colors, right? Same as screenshots of other chats. And I'm here for that. Kevin's here. Thank God. Thank God you're here. It's just the pack mentality. Reese isn't here in this stream, I don't think, but she just said 2 out of 3 people cannot think for themselves. Group think, right? So that's fine. If that's what you want to do, shit is popping off again like babies. Hi, Irish. Good to see you. I have great songs. Thank you so much. And thank you, Scott. Sorry, I meant to say hi, Scott, and that. Honest as hell. Something I respect dearly. Can you tell a few of my, the haters, shorty derangement syndrome folks? Because they prefer to believe the lies of someone, which is gold. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about it, but I just needed to have a little vent. Bob, you don't have Twitter or Facebook. Never signed up. Beautiful. You love boobs, though. Laura, hi. I'm here for part 2, says Suzanne. Good. Thank you for getting me back on track. Let's. So, Oscar Wilde, yes. Yes, Nick. There's only one thing worse than being talked about, and that's not being talked about. Yes, I don't mind. I don't mind mostly. No, it's not. No, it's not in control of my sanity. I very actively, knowingly, willingly went back on into the fray last night because enough, right? But I knew that opening that can of worms was going to get worm guts all over us, right? So that it's just a drag. Screw the haters. Oh yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, right, Taryn? But it's not what they're saying, and it's not even. Like, I don't care, whatever they say, they can say whatever they want. Literally doesn't touch me. It's seeing the people who are saying the things, which it's just wild to me. Okay, Mean Girls. Okay, Mean Girls. Okay, oh, virtuous one crying on my channel as a guest. If you know, you know. I see everything, man. Come around, fuck around and find out. Let's fucking go. Let's go fucking go with the Myers-Briggs stuff. Let's do it. Okay, so this is a very long video. I've linked it into the description box already. But I don't want you to cheat. I hadn't put it there yet. And then I'm like, oh, I may as well just do that. So I did. share. Did I press share? Can't. I did. Look at that. I can do this stuff. It's like my first day. But I want to just wait something else. Not giving a fuck means not opening worms back up too. Yeah. No, because I have a social duty. I actually have a duty that I'm not I'm not going to hey, I don't give a fuck. Better? I'm trying. Send me some more sound bites. And I'll keep learning. I'll keep practicing it. Yeah, no, this is the can of worms. Watch my 4chan stream from last night. That's all. It's take names and be aware, says Pokemon Shelly. Yes. Hate views are still views. Oh, 100%. Kevin says, I don't have a personality. I am a personality, right? You're a fucking delight. Nick Francis. I fucking love Oscar Wilde quotes. Work is the curse of the drinking classes. Can attest. Peasant work shit. Medieval high. So, Medi is like literally the man, the person to give you relatable references or context of movies, movie characters, people from history, who are certain MBTI, Myers-Briggs personality types, and why. So I'm so glad you're here, Medi. Thank you so much. So I'm sure Medi will be dropping zingers in the chat. And if you have any questions, just ask. I would like for Medi to maybe come up and talk once we've done all sort of like all the official like homeworky stuff, like the learning stuff. I'd love for Medi to come up and come and do a live with me as a guest, and we can link it all in and we can start to get some real good context. So thank you for being here, Medi. It was asked what a great juror would be. I said ENTJ for the four person, perhaps. Certainly not a former law enforcement officer. What the fuck said? I ran back to the computer just to say, you do you, boo, and don't let anyone tell you how to react to anything, Shorty. Love you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty confident that I've handled and conducted myself with much grace and aplomb and dignity, and it's time to get down in the muck to bring this shit home, in my opinion, because I don't be backing down to bullies and liars at all. Joseph, thank you so much. I love you. I'm so glad you came back to the strip club. Boom. Now, let me max screen this. What it's called? Full screen. So this is literally, wait, 3 hours 45. Don't worry, we're not watching it all tonight. But it's each of the personality types fully explained. Full disclosure, I haven't watched this. If it's torture, we're just going to have to groan along with each other. Because I'm a professional. Okay, good. I love that for us. Let's go.
This is the video breakdown of the 16 Myers-Briggs MBTI personality
I love it
types.
already.
I'll go over each personality type, explain their strengths and weaknesses, and describe their typical romantic and career lives. I'll also be showing some famous and historical people of each personality type. They will be ordered from most common to least common, and timestamps can be found in the video as well as the description down below.
So this guy's an actual professional. I love that for us. Let me know, chat, if it's a little fast for you. Or if you want me to go back over anything. I'm not sure the order in which the 16 types are detailed. Wait, I am now because I can see them. ISFJ. Okay. Let's
get into it.
Let's fucking go.
To properly break down each of the personality types, I will explain the different individual traits or preferences that the personality types possess. There are 2 different options for each of the 4 letters within the personality types. The first letter is based on how we interact with our surroundings. It is split between E for extroverted and I for introverted. When we are dealing with the world outside of our...
Wait, Taryn, could you please drop the free test into chat in case anybody here hasn't done it or would like to refresh themselves on their results, on their their type, not their results. There's no marks. No one's better than anyone else. Although Mehdi might have some choice words as to who he thinks are the top notch in the personality types, and who maybe are down the bottom. Views of medieval are not my views. Lol, kidding. But also in that first video, there is a link to a video test if you would prefer to do it that way. If forms or like multiple choice and shit aren't your thing on paper or in text.
Selves, we are being extroverted. When we are inside of our own minds, we are being introverted. This distinction is about which world we tend to live in more. Do we define our life?
Okay, so he's doing it now for us anyway. Keep reading, Emily. No. And before I keep going, Ellie McBird says, you're too pretty and equally as sweet, so haters come with blessings. Every time they strike, remember it's because they aren't blessed in the same way. Lol. Love that. Yes. It's because I hold a mirror up to them with who I am. I'm not perfect, but they don't like what they see, because what they see in me is not what they know about themselves. And that's fine. Flying Monkeys. Check it out. It's a great song. Joseph is lovely. Corn Pope was gifted a membership. Lovely. Joseph loves to go to the fucking strip club, the Shorty strip club, and flick him out, and we love him for it. I thought 4chan was a Chinese boy band. Hollywood is literally and figuratively burning. It's very distressing. Shall we take our minds? You've seen this, Mehdi? Beautiful. Thank you, darling. Of course you have. Ha ha. That's me being higgy. Ha ha. My personality has earned me wrenches, but I don't give a fuck. I will gladly go away. No, not here. You be here. I don't care all that much. Only what bothers me, why I'm free Karen Reid. And also Scotty hates all caps, so feel free to let those all caps fly in this chat. Let's go.
Life direction externally or internally? Which preference gives us more energy, and which world do we find draining? The second letter is based on how we see the world
Val.
and process information. It is split up between N for intuition and S for sensing or observant. The difference between the two lies in how they gather data through their senses. Sensors absorb data in a literal, concrete manner. The intuitives will tend to gather abstract possibilities from information that they have gathered. Sensors are very consistent and safe. They may work a job for a paycheck and live a comfortable life. However, the intuitives may have an itch to acquire a deeper meaning in their work. The third letter is based on how we make decisions and cope with emotions. It is split up between F for feeling and T for thinking. Feelers will typically rely on their values, more on their feelings of what is right and wrong, to guide them, whereas thinkers tend to analyze their actions and repercussions and use logic and reason to determine a plan. Do you go with what feels right or what logically seems right? Most choices in life involve a bit of both preferences. However, in difficult decisions is when our dominant preference will take over and help determine the outcome of our choices.
So I like that. We the little short video self-test we didn't kind of articulate it like that. So I like that. But wait.
The fourth letter.
How cool is that graphic? I love that. I really like that. That pleases my eye with colors and very bold, very clearly delineated, all of it. I really like that. Good work, this channel. What is this channel called? Maker. I haven't even hit the like. Rude. This video has 140,000 likes and 121,000 subscribers. Should I subscribe? I've got so many subscriptions. I can always unsubscribe. There you go. We're using their content. I really should. It's only fair, right? Okay. Hey. Go.
Letter is based on how we approach work, planning, and decision making. It is split up between J for judging and P for perceiving or prospecting.
Sorry.
This refers to our attitude towards our external worlds and how we choose to live our lives on a day-to-day basis. Judgers tend to want to keep their world neat, orderly, and established. They much prefer a constructed and settled environment. The perceivers prefer flexibility and spontaneity. They much prefer things to be more open-ended. Before we get into the types, let me break down the groups that each of the types fall under. Each of the 16 personality types are placed into one of 4 roles. Each of all of the types within a role will have 2.
Strongly disagree, Scott. Strongly disagree, and that's okay. We welcome all opinions here. No all caps shade. Evil people attack when they see others as injections. All caps is an interjection into a conversation, a sign of weakness. No, all caps is just enthusiasm, in my opinion. I love it. And sometimes I forget that I'm all caps. It makes me feel like, yeah, woo! That's how I feel about all caps. It literally is. But I can see. I don't think it's a sign of weakness. In some chats, people use all caps as to try and get someone's attention, to be dominant. But in my chat, I don't draw any of those inferences. And when I'm doing it, I'm not trying to do any of those things. I'm just being me, man. I'm very enthusiastic. I'm just like Poppy. And all caps to me just I was going to say screams enthusiasm. Yells enthusiasm.
Two overlapping preferences or traits. The first of the four roles we'll go over is the sentinel, the hardworking and dutiful. The two shared preferences within this role are sensing and judging. The sentinels are known for being cooperative, grounded, and practical. They will feel at comfort with.
That's one way of looking at it. Sorry, I have to defend all caps. Yes, all caps in Aussie's the same. All caps can be seen as yelling. I was never someone who was in chat rooms or like this is YouTube is the first time I've been in these situations. Zach does say that. All caps is a poor man's super chat, and I felt that. I love it. It's true.
You're an idiot, Zach.
But it's all in how you see it. I didn't come through chat rooms as being like it's not to me like for me the way I feel about all caps when I'm typing all caps, and I'm a big fan, which is why it's okay in my chats with me, is that it's just when I'm excited about something. Like, and when I verbally speak, when I'm excited, my voice goes up in volume. I'm not yelling. I'm just becoming excited, exuberant, and enthusiastic. So, all caps are that when it's not previously communicated otherwise. I like that. Thank you, Kraken. So I'm saying, like, it's nice to sometimes understand, to see things from another perspective. So I get the whole yelling thing, like I really do. I understand where that comes from in the evolution of chat rooms and stuff, and I know that it's a general consensus in basically all other chats except for like Feral Friday, Publicly Buzzed. That it's generally frowned upon. I'm just saying, like, for my whole life, I've been frowned upon and excluded from groups for being myself. So I don't want anyone to feel like that in my chat. So in my chat, if you want to all cap, oh, that's hard to look at, Nick. Jesus fuck. That's hard to look at. That might grind my gears a little hard. That is the worst. So like honestly, in my chat, I want everyone to feel comfortable. And if all caps makes you feel comfortable, then you have my full permission. If it makes you feel uncomfortable, I'm sorry, but maybe we can desensitize to some folks to all caps as being all bad. Scott's like, I'll let it all go. I'll let it go. My bad. That's my motivation. Like, honestly, in life, I've spent my whole life feeling like I'm not quite welcome because of who I am and who I just being me. It continues to this day. Not with you guys though, not with my shorties, but it's a pretty common theme. So I try to make everybody feel as comfortable as welcome to be their true, authentic self and not keep themselves within the expectations of society, the boundaries that are imposed by the majority. Does that make sense? Because it really matters to me. Like it makes sense to me, and I guess I've never really explained that to you all. So that, whoa, let's keep going with this official shit rather than me. TED Talk. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Let's carry on.
Who they are, and they can take immense pride in their positive character and general moral competence. The members of this role seek order, stability, and security. They will often go out of their way to maintain their current way of life. Because of this, they can often become the cornerstone of their groups or organizations. These people will often be reliably self-motivated, careful, and consistent. Only rarely will they need external motivation or inspiration to be focused and productive. One of their primary goals is to never let people down. However, this comes as a double-edged sword as they expect the same treatment from others, and this can lead them to much disappointment. These individuals will typically prefer to collaborate within a predetermined set of rules and guidelines. They can usually be found following the status quo for accepted methods, rather than experimenting with unfounded methodology. If it works, don't break it. Sentinels prefer the slow and steady approach to projects. This is why they will hardly veer away from traditional practices and traditions. They enjoy.
Wait, I wasn't paying attention. This is important. I'm going back a little bit, chat, because Medieval knows about these groupings. This was new to me. So beg the chat's indulgence. Let me pay attention because ADHD and just me. Oh my God, I had to go far back. Jesus fuck, chat. Here we go.
Sentinel, the hardworking and dutiful. The two shared preferences within this role are sensing and judging. The Sentinels are known for being cooperative, grounded, and practical. They will feel at comfort with who they are, and they can take immense pride in their positive character and general moral competence. The members of this role seek order, stability, and security. They will often go out of their way to maintain their current way of life. Because of this, they can often become the cornerstone of their groups or organizations. These people will often be reliably self-motivated, careful, and consistent. Only rarely will they need external motivation or inspiration to be focused and productive. One of their primary goals is to never let people down. However, this comes as a double-edged sword as they expect the same treatment from others, and this can lead them to much disappointment. These individuals will typically...
Okay, just pausing for a minute there, chat. I might cry through some of this because I felt that in my bones. Were you paying attention? These Sentinels feel... Wait, going back for 10 seconds. Wait, just listen.
...is to never let people down.
Ah! Not far enough, motherfucker.
Self-motivated, careful, and consistent. Only rarely will they need external motivation or inspiration to be focused and productive. One of their primary goals is to never let people down. However, this comes as a double-edged sword as they expect the same treatment from others, and this can lead them to much disappointment. These individuals will typically prefer to collaborate within a predetermined set of rules and guidelines. They can usually be found following the status quo for accepted methods, rather than experimenting with unfounded methodology. If it works, don't break it. Sentinels prefer the slow and steady approach to projects. This is why they will hardly veer away from traditional practices and traditions. They enjoy and prefer consistency and would prefer to lead a single project to its end rather than venture off on a myriad of different tasks. Sentinels also thrive in scenarios where there is a clearly defined hierarchy and rules. It's very important for these people to set good examples. When they're given opportunities to lead, they will take great pride in guiding a well-functioning team. Sentinels make great parents, hosts, teachers, managers, and community representatives. Not surprisingly, 82% of Sentinels say they would want to avoid risky or unpredictable situations.
100%. Ooh, Medi, coming in with a zinger. I absolutely cannot stand chat. Don't hate Medi for this. He just has strong feelings and 4 or 5 years of complete immersion in the Myers-Briggs personality types. He knows so much. Maybe you can convince him. If you're an ISTJ or an ESTJ, thoughts and prayers. Medi, that ain't it for Medi.
Sentinels tend to fall in love easier than the other roles. They value practical displays of affection, like making their love a delicious and healthy breakfast. In general, Sentinels would be considered givers. They aren't the type to neglect responsibilities. For instance, Sentinels are unlikely to leave a mess, even if they aren't the ones who made it. And although...
Fact, I clean up other people's trays at McDonald's or whatever when I'm walking out. I'm like, nah, that's not happening. We'll be cleaning that shit up. Medi, I love you so much. You're such a fucking breath of fresh air. He says that those two personality types are extremely, and in all caps, no less, closed-minded simpletons. Sorry, chat, if you're oh, that's awesome, Medi. I love you.
Oh, they would appreciate being recognized for their efforts. They rarely demand the attention. Sentinels will often work behind the scenes, working as the invisible agent that holds the team together with unglamorous or forgotten tasks. The principles for a Sentinel would include diligence, honesty, and respect. They're also more likely to have developed productive work habits during their days in school. The Sentinels are very unlikely to cut corners and settle for unsatisfactory work. They're the least likely of all roles to compromise their principles to
Oh my God,
advance
I'm
their
crying
career.
here, chat. I love you
This
guys.
role is the most likely to have a rigid plan for how to approach projects.
Yes.
This brings up what might be one of their potential weaknesses. If faced with unforeseen problems, it's very possible that they will fail to adapt and crumble under the pressure. The next role is the explorer, the curious and fun-seeking. The two shared traits for this role are sensing and perceiving.
Okay, so if you're an S and a P, this is you, explorers.
Explorers will often find themselves very self-reliant and quick thinking. They are comfortable and sometimes even excel at handling uncertain situations that occur throughout our days. The flexibility of explorers is what allows them to adapt on the fly, even if they aren't particularly prepared. Although explorers aren't typically obsessed with precise details, they are very capable of work at a high level of precision and detail when they are passionate on a project and in the zone. However, most of the time, their goal is workability and usefulness to perfection. Explorers are very capable of changing their minds easily with minimal regret or indecision. They dislike monotony, and they often will veer away from obligations in order to try new things. Occasionally, clutter can build up as they've already mentally moved on to something new and fresh. These people tend to enjoy being free of obligations. From here,
Fuck. Muted. Yikes. Scott, bless. You always have really insightful things to say. Not every chatter does, including me. There's times I'm like, I don't put all caps in there. Just I put all caps in when I'm feeling it. But you may be right there. I don't think we can infer that in this chat because Charlie, Rach, destroying my hypothesis. Tip, in a crisis, find the person, says Kraken, find the person who's been through the most trauma and get behind them, and you will survive. A fucking man, mate. Because when you've been molded while in survivor mode will keep you alive in tragedy. 100%. I'll crumble in some ridiculously minute, insignificant turn of events. But give me the apocalypse and I've got this. 100%. I've lived through so much trauma. I'm sure many of us have. But it's the little straws that break the camel's back for me. I'll be like I'll bang my head. Oh my God, if I bang my head just a little bit, like on the tap in the shower or in the bathroom, I will lose my fucking mind. I'll be crying, not because it hurt, just because, oh my God.
Here, they're able to pursue their own interests in their own time and manner. However, this interest can wane as soon as it becomes mandatory for them to complete it. As an example, an explorer might go all out on building a new computer and then procrastinate on cleaning or maintenance after some time. The explorer's more free-form style and attitude allows them to be very socially apt and dynamic as well. The spontaneity of these people drives them to find interesting people and experiences. Their ingenuity also allows them to get around obstacles that might prevent their good times.
Fucking weirdos.
They can become too enticed by the excitement of what happens next to let simple things get in their way. Explorers love to be at the forefront of things. This can be acquiring the latest tech gadgets, the hottest fashion trends, or trying out expensive new restaurants in the area. They also take great pride in introducing their family and friends to the latest and greatest discoveries that they have made. And with all that, it makes experience with these people almost always enjoyable and fresh. Ironically, however, their preferences on love is normally the opposite of this.
Bob, did you actually? Did YouTube give you a bra commercial? That's so funny. Fucking Tracy, you're the fucking tits. That was hilarious. I thought you might have pressed the wrong button. Yes. Yes. Bob's day made. Boobs, boobs, boobs. So I'll keep going, but there's a few comments. Suzanne said, I cut right to the chase in identifying issues. Need people to be effective and efficient and don't bother me with things I think we should know. I prefer fair and honest people with an open mind. Amen, Suzanne. Preach. Fuck yes. Carry on. Sorry for interrupting. I didn't interrupt my own one. I'm sorry for interrupting this one. Apologies.
Nearly 70% of explorers state that they're not easily bored by romances, preferring stable and predictable relationships. They love the unpredictability of life, and sometimes there is nothing more unpredictable than falling in love. In particular, The early phases of a relationship are very energizing for the explorer as it's full of new experiences and discoveries. Though they are typically interested and committed in relationships, they are slightly more likely than other roles to avoid commitment altogether. But when they enter relationships, most of them seek complete commitment. They could be seen as afraid of commitment, but when they fall hard as they see the deeper value and meaning of long-term commitments. Explorers are so spontaneous that it's been said that they interact with their environments in a way that's been described as almost childlike in its wonder and sheer fun. This leads to a weakness of the explorer. When faced with obligations that require frustration or work that they're not passionate about, they can have immense struggles. An explorer might struggle to develop a resiliency to the unglamorous routine and monotony of a school or work day. Their real strength comes when they are given opportunities to work on something that they are passionate about. These personality types are capable of bringing any project to the next level, and over time they begin to develop the necessary skills required to become proficient at the unexciting tasks. Eventually, the explorer finds a way to balance their work life and their leisure life. Some might call it laziness. However, that might not necessarily be the case. It may just be a method to cope from burnout from potential work overload. This may be required for the explorer to maintain fulfillment in their life. Over half of all explorers say that they are willing to take risks simply for the thrill of it, which is actually far greater than any other role. Their knack of taking risks exposes them to new experiences that allow them to grow as people. They know the value in stepping out of their comfort zone. Next up, we have the analysts, thinkers, not robot.
Okay, be brave, chat. Were you an explorer? And don't worry about it. Medieval's opinions of you if you're an ESTP. I think it was. Maybe I was wrong. Who? One's in the chat if you fell into the explorer group. One's in the chat, and then we'll keep going because we got a lot to get through. We've done 2 of 16.
Personality types in this role share the intuitive and thinking preference or traits. Members of this role...
We haven't done any of 16. We're going over those 4 grouping categories. My bad.
...have a tremendous combination that combines the rational, logical thinking trait with the intuitive trait that fuels their imaginations. This allows them to create out-of-the-box strategies, tactics, and methodologies that may appear unorthodox, but incredibly effective or successful. These personality types are driven to understand and create in an intellectual pursuit. Because of their unique combination, they are quite easily capable of switching from the logical, puzzle-solving side to the speculative musings of the intuitive nature. However, this can lead to one of their great weaknesses. They love ideas and speculation so much, it can often weigh out the follow-through of taking action and implementing their ideas. So while they may be wildly ahead of their competition intellectually, they may get outpaced if they fail to take steps. Curiosity killed the cat, and analysts are right behind them. It's in their nature to be curious. It's what drives...
No, Robin, these are INTJs, INTP, ENTJ, and ENTP. Medieval can tell you which of the categories. You might have been an analyst, but ask Medi what which group ENFJ falls in. I don't know, but Medi will.
Drives them. These types have a wickedly strong desire to learn. Not only this, but they prefer to learn things for themselves rather than accept the socially accepted norms or traditional wisdom. These types can often be found reading books, questioning their teachers, or inflicting debates. Almost 90% of all analysts will admit that they are intrigued by things that could be labeled as controversial. Conspiracies are among their favorites. Analysts are perpetual self-improvers. As soon as a flaw or weakness is discovered, the analyst will attack it with all their rationality, imagination, and intention for results to fix or optimize the situation. When analysts get into flow state, working on a project or a passion, they can often push the boundaries of what's considered possible. These personality types are notorious for being a lone wolf. They see the benefit of spending their time improving rather than socializing. So with that, they become very selective on who they choose to surround themselves with. They have no problem in spending a weekend alone, and they would never find themselves bored as they are always working on something. While they still need some social time, they prefer to be alone than with someone that is incompatible with them. Most of them will experience no shame in shutting down all undesired communication, far more than any other role in fact. This leads them to another weakness they possess. Their blunt nature oftentimes makes them appear rude, antisocial, or unapproachable. While their socially blunt style turns many away, they still require social interaction. They just prefer to have a small circle of friends as they are very socially selective. Analysts are not the type to follow trends. They have little interest in following others' footsteps. They are also by far the most likely to consider themselves very independent. So much so that it can become a point of pride for them. It may even become part of their identity or self-image. Because of this enthusiastic determination to remain independent, analysts will often refuse to take anything on faith. This could be information from anyone or anything, mentors, teachers, bosses. They have a difficult time accepting things until it's been proven to them in their own minds. Analysts can understand and potentially even overestimate their own ability. Many of them believe that they would perform better than their superiors at their jobs. This confidence is the highest of all the roles. With this high level of confidence comes the highest levels of standards for themselves. However, this high level of standard can relay to their peers as well, further discouraging communication when peers inevitably fail to meet the standards of the analyst. This will be an important part of the analyst development as they encounter peers, teachers, and superiors that they consider inferior in certain ways. 85% of analysts have a strong desire to become an important and successful person. Another interesting figure is the staggering 83% of analysts who think that most people complain too much about their problems. And while they will most likely keep their own problems to themselves, they're almost always thinking of their problems as well as how to solve them. That is actually one of their favorite ways to spend their mental energy. The analyst's problem-solving skills and abilities are stellar, and they are often very aware of it.
Hi, Seth.
Of all the roles, they express the highest levels of intellectual self-confidence. This provides them with a vigor and willingness to try new things that may be perceived as challenging. When their confidence levels get too high, they can become quite cocky. As long as they are capable of balancing their logical side with their imaginative side, they can remain humble. The final role is the diplomat, longing for connection. This role shares the intuitive and feeling traits. The diplomat lives up to its name by caring, helping, and connecting with others.
Wait, pause. I was reading the chat. So who was a analyst? One's in the chat if you were in the analyst group. And did it seem to ring true to you? All of those things. I'll go back a little bit. We'll start that again. So we've had advocate. Oh, no, wait. So in the diplomat, we have the advocate, the INFJ. Oh, just saying. Hi, it's me. The mediator, INFP. The protagonist, ENFJ. That's you guys that were asking before. Me too. Hi, it's us. And the campaigner, ENFP. There's the A and the T. T is turbulent. Medieval, could you please remind us what the A stands for? Or anybody who knows, let us know what the A stands for and if that seems to ring true for you. Let's go.
Longing for connection. This role shares the intuitive and feeling traits. The diplomat lives up to its name by caring, helping, and connecting with others. Their biggest priorities are to be kind, generous, and cooperative. Empathy is second nature to these personalities. It can often feel that their hearts and minds resonate with other people's emotions.
I'm a T.
Instead of understanding concepts and ideas like the analysts, diplomats seek to understand themselves and others. They are able to easily tap into deep insights about human nature. This can give them the ability to influence other people around them. Despite having the ability to manipulate with this influence, they tend to operate this ability with care and love. Their goals are usually to simply nudge other people into what they perceive as a positive direction. Diplomats value meaningful communication with others. An astonishing 94% of all diplomats would prefer a deep conversation over small talk. Another value they hold is deep beliefs in the ideals of humanism, that is, altruism, compassion, and understanding. These types truly believe that they can make a difference in making the world a better place, and many attempt it every single day. The combination of intuitive with feeling seems only to fuel this blind optimism. This can also lead them to become hypersensitive to what they perceive as wrongdoing. If this is left unchecked, it can be easy for these individuals to become highly
Pausing for a minute. Scott, read the room. Wait. It's okay. You can hate all caps and I can love all caps. And that's okay, because imagine how boring the world would be if we all liked the same things. I can't imagine a more boring, bland, beige place if we all wanted the same things out of life and enjoyed the same things, and we're all annoyed by the same things. It'd be boring as all fuck, and I don't give a fuck. Anyway, let's concentrate on this. Scotty, come on now. Topic reminder in all caps.
Self-righteous and narrow-minded. Diplomats, by and large, are motivated by their principles rather than practicality. This will drive them to stay true to their morals, dreams, and ideas. However, they can also struggle to enact the plans that are pragmatic rather than more passion-driven. This is one of the diplomat's major areas of development through life. With how much of a caring and people person the diplomat is, it can be quite easy for them to be taken advantage of. Diplomats are capable of seeing magic and beauty in the normal everyday life. Because of this, diplomats often seek out careers that allow for creative expression. Artistic endeavors and pursuits are a staple of many diplomats' life experiences. Because of their strong desire to see the world grow and become more beautiful, these types are often led by a sense of higher purpose. They can frequently be found serving the greater good via activism, spirituality, healing, and volunteering. Less than 10% of diplomats would prefer to spend most of their time alone. The greater majority of them express a strong desire for a partner and several friends. They're also more likely to feel lonely than other roles. Their strong desire to feel a sense of belonging and inclusion can sometimes get in the way of their desires to be authentic and genuine. Being disingenuous or fake can cause the diplomats to feel unrest or discomfort.
Refuse the thing that's the most important to me about myself. And I don't know what drugs I was on at the start to think that I was in that first group, because I'm in this one. So, hi, I'm a diplomat. To me, one of the most important things about anybody, myself or anybody else, is authenticity and not being fake. CEG, my recent earlier conversation about the fucking flying monkeys and the people that are in there being flying monkey cunts, fake. I don't give a fuck. So authenticity matters so much to me. I feel like all of these have been resonating for each of us who fall in the individual in each group. I think. Sorry, words, sentences. Carry on.
So finding the balance between being real and still feeling included is one of their required areas of development. Nearly all diplomats prefer to make long-lasting positive impacts on other people. This is their primary calling, and only 18% of diplomats believe that their career is the most important thing in their lives. Because of this subjective goal of making the world and its people better, they are the role that's least likely to consider themselves successful. This can be a major weakness for diplomats, as they can find themselves working towards ideals and expectations that are impossible to meet. The intuitive and feeling nature of this role leads most of them to trust their gut feelings far more than every other role. When they learn to hone in on that ability, they can eventually learn to find satisfaction and meaning in their lives. And last but not least, let's discuss the difference between what's known as your identity aspect. You are either A for assertive or T for turbulent. In a nutshell, assertive people are self-assured, even-tempered, and usually fairly resistant to stressors throughout their day. Oftentimes, they will outright refuse to worry about things and may not always push themselves too hard when it comes to pursuing their goals. Turbulent people, on the other hand, are self-conscious and critical.
No surprise. I wasn't paying attention. So wait, we're going back for my own benefit, and you all can ride along with me. What the fuck? What am I even doing with my life? Lord knows. Even probably the Lord doesn't know.
Turbulent. In a nutshell, assertive people are self-assured, even-tempered, and usually fairly resistant to stressors throughout their day. Oftentimes, they will outright refuse to worry about things and may not always push themselves too hard when it comes to pursuing their goals. Turbulent people, on the other hand, are self-conscious and critical and are typically sensitive to stress. These individuals are very likely to experience a wide array of emotions. They are usually success-driven perfectionists that are eager to improve. Now let's proceed into the 16 personality types.
Okay. Wait. Let me clear my throat. Wait. Wait. Pause. Let's take a moment. We've moved on from all caps. Love it.
Shawty, swing my way. Swing it over here, shawty.
I love the let me clear my throat thing, because it's just the perfect amount of time for me to actually clear my throat. Love. Okay.
Well.
So we're starting off with. Oh, I look how long I left that on the screen. Here, give me praise. Thanks, Scotty. Mwah. He doesn't even mind when I reprimand him about all caps, using all caps. Okay. Wait. So Vixie is turbulent. Nope. People flip my switch all day. Motherfuckers. Same Robin. Fuck cunt. Jesus fuck. I detest how long it takes for some people to make a decision. Also detest fakes. Well, I will defer to you, Suzanne. I don't mind if you make the decision for me, so long as somebody makes a goddamn decision and it's not going to be me, because I'm. Vixie's a turbulent. So is Prince Lover. I have A, but I should be T. I tried to tell. I was talking to Medi on the day. It was my New Year's Eve, but it was you guys. It was the day before, and we're talking on the phone. And I'm like, oh no, I'm not turbulent. He goes, oh yeah, you're turbulent. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, fair. And he described it to me. I was like, oh yeah, definitely a T, definitely a T. All emojis only. It's you too, Bob. I'm a hard T. Well, zing, Taryn, you win for today. You win for today. I love that. We're taking a little moment and then we're going to, but this. And it's also cool. It's also cool because I like to call you T sometimes because I feel like calling you Taryn is very formal. And I don't want to call you babe because that sounds condescending. And then I'm stuck with T or something. Is there something else I can call you? Ma'am. Can I call you EP, executive producer? Give me something. Are you sure, boss? Well, yeah, I'm sure. I'm as sure about that as I am about anything else. True people are the best. Screw all the hiding and bullshit. Just say it. Just say it. Oh, Bob, bless. Lisa is authentic and with great boobs. The irony in that is that my boobs aren't real. I mean, they're real. T. Yes. And that's why I always end up being leader. I'm good at lead. I'm an amazing leader. I'm a great team player also. However, things for myself, like a decision on, if someone says to me, hey, where do you want to go for dinner? I'm like, hey, I don't know. What do you want for dinner? I don't know. Like, lol. That makes out like I go on dates or anywhere socially whatsoever. But, you get my point for the sake of argument. But then other things, I'll be like, buy a car? Yeah, I'll have that one. Again, lol, that makes it out like I'm going buy cars, but you know what I'm saying. Medi says mainstream name bipolar is what it is. Oh, sir, how dare you? That's assault. But yes. You Long Island iced tea. Maybe I should call you Long Island, Taryn, but that doesn't make sense either. Yep, hard tea. So tea. Love the tea. My grandpa called me tea too. I like that. Okay. Oh, hey, babe. Hey, babe. I call you T. Get mad at us is Shorty. Belittle us. No, I don't. I do sometimes reprimand. Dusty. Yeah. I like babe, but it kind of sounds fake. Come on, babe. Hey, babe. Taryn's a great name. Why abbreviate it? Well, that's a good point. It feels formal to me. That's okay. You can stir hard. I love it. I love that shit. Fart, E-art. Remember when Lisa Simpson was trying to work out what name they were going to call Bart, and she was going fart, E-art. Sorry, we're getting back on track. I promise. I just had to have a moment. They can go from being calm at one moment, and then something sets them off. They can just explode. I mean, I guess it depends how hard T you are, because I don't. Babes. Hey, babes. Hey, babes. Michelle, I'm going to call you babes from now on instead of petty. Is that petty? I can make decisions for other people, says Laura, but I can't for myself. So annoying. Yes. Oh, shiza. Yes. Don't join clubs or groups. Bob, I bet you belong to the boob brigade. I bet you if there was a club or a group about boobs, you'd be fucking in. No doubt. Oh, God. They used to call me Sticky Vicky. Yikes. Laura, are you a Libra? Tar baby. That's not very nice. Taryn, Dusty Busty. Well, I don't know. We're being presumptuous there. Are we? There it is, Scott. Can I clip this? Lisa is very true. I like how you put a capital in the middle of that sentence just to mix it up. I'm teasing you. Sometimes something I will never forget. Amazing how true she is. Maybe to a fault. Yes, yes. But so am I. But she talks. I do talk. Oh, I see what you mean. Sir, how dare you? She never runs and hides. No, I really don't. I really don't. Turbulent isn't bipolar. I think Medieval's trying to suggest that that's what he could most liken that grouping, the turbulent versus the assertive, to their kind of general kind of behavioral patterns in terms of how they react to things. He's not saying straight up it's like medically equivalent to actual bipolar disorder. I think that's what Medi's trying to say. Well, he's saying. He's just tied in a couple of sentences to type that. Honestly, you would not believe the wealth of knowledge Medieval has. I can't wait till we can put all this theory stuff. wait. Excuse me. I should wait. Yikes. Jesus fuck chat. So it's hard in a couple of characters to be able to type the stuff that Medi knows. So turbulent is self-conscious. Assertive is confident. Well, that's very succinct, Rach. Thanks, babe. Bless you. I didn't sneeze. I cleared my throat because I had cheese in the break and salami. What the fuck? Okay, let's go. Number 1, ISFJ. One's in the chat if this is you.
ISFJ, the defender.
Not me.
Defenders are a mixed bag with their traits as intuitive, sensing, feeling,
Oh,
and judging.
sir.
At just over 13% of the population, this personality type combines the best of tradition and desire to do good in the world. Because of this desire, defenders can often be found in career fields like medicine, academics, and charity work. The determined defenders can be quite meticulous in their work, nearly to a point of perfection. Occasionally, they can procrastinate, but they can be counted on to finish the job before its deadline. Not only that, but they will often go above and beyond, exceeding expectations of others. A struggle for defenders will be to stand their ground when others...
Okay, so I feel like maybe there's no ISFJs in the chat. We're not going to skip through, of course not. What I would like us to maybe think about is, can we think of any people in our lives who maybe fit this description? Because that's what's going to start to help us utilize understanding all the personality types in daily life and in watching YouTube and in watching... Sorry, one of my cardboard boxes that I have to keep all the extra light out just fell over. In life, in friendship groups, at work. So even if you're no one here is an ISFJ or any of the particular groups or types, let's think about it a little bit. If we can think of anyone, even in on social media or on TV shows. If these descriptions remind you of someone, let's drop that shit in the chat.
Others try to take advantage of them with their willingness to go the extra mile. Cynical and selfish people are likely to attempt to use the defender's dedication to their own advantage. And while the defender is an introvert, they are actually naturally social. What this equates to is an excellent memory, not with data or information, but the ability to remember people and the various details of their lives. This provides them with an excellent ability to please others, especially when it comes to finding and giving gifts. Their natural sensitivity and imagination allows them to touch the hearts of the people around them. One of the strengths of the defenders includes an innately supportive nature. They are true universal helpers, more than willing to share their wisdom, experience, time, and energy to those in need. They also strive for win-win situations, choosing empathy over judgment whenever possible. The reliability and patience of defenders can be quite notable. They are meticulous and careful with a steady approach. This approach allows them to go the distance with their results, often going beyond what is required of them. Enthusiasm is another strong suit for the defender. Their drive to be supportive, reliable, and imaginative allows them to pursue their interests and passions with an unmatched tenacity. Over time, an external enthusiasm can evolve into dedication and loyalty. Defenders will often form an emotional attachment to any ideas or organizations that they've chosen to commit to. Because of their loyal nature, they are very capable of the practical and mundane work that needs to be done. Defenders are able to recognize the beauty and harmony that they are able to create with their hard work.
I'm just going to pause for a moment and say, I don't know if you saw in chat, but Medi told us that Captain America and Rambo are both ISFJs. And I know they're not like real people, but they embody all of these things. So that might help you start to make some connections. Medi will have all those kind of references. It really helps. Not for me because I don't watch movies, but will help you.
Their drive to care for family and friends allows them to do what needs to be done. As far as weaknesses for the defender, they are often humble and shy to a fault. This is quite possibly the defender's biggest challenge in life. They are so concerned with other people's feelings that they refuse to vocalize their own thoughts.
Could be.
They can also downplay or completely fail to acknowledge and take credit for their own contributions. Defenders can also struggle separating personal and impersonal situations, causing them to take things far too personally. Negativity from conflict or criticism can bleed over to and from their personal and professional lives. Much like the defender's desire to protect others' feelings, they also protect their own. This causes them to repress their feelings. This unhealthy emotional repression can lead to a lot of undue stress and frustration. A defender's strong sense of duty and perfectionism, combined with their aversion of emotional conflict, lead to an emotional overload. They can struggle to meet everyone's expectations, including their own. Their reluctance to change can be another hindrance to the progression of the defender. Their value to withhold tradition and history can cause them to fear the unknown. And last but not least, in the defender's weaknesses is their altruism. Their strong desire to please others with a warm, good-natured demeanor can lead them to feel a sense of unhappiness or leave them unsatisfied. When it comes to love and relationships, the defender will grow a joy that can only be found while taking care of and providing for their family. The defender finds themselves wanting to secure a safe and happy home by being there for emotional and practical support for everyone in need. Home truly is where the heart is for this personality type. This area of their life is their single biggest commitment to them. They will dedicate themselves to family above all else to create the harmony and beauty they wish to see in their world. Long-term relationships can be difficult to find due to the defender's shyness. It can sometimes take a long time for them to connect with someone else on a truly deeper level. They are often found most attractive when they are in their element, being themselves, working within their comfort zone, where they can display their kindness and dedication over time. This is where a relationship with a defender is most likely to take place, as the established familiarity and comfort have been developed. Defenders take dating very seriously and only enter into relationships when they feel they have a real chance of lasting. A big reason for the defender's shyness and sensitivity is because of what lies beneath their surface. This personality type holds very strong feelings. They will shield themselves most of the time, and when they let it free, it becomes a river of emotion. This can end up backfiring with defenders that are in negative or toxic relations for too long, traumatizing their hypersensitive internal feelings and scarring them in the process. Defenders may always struggle with their inability to properly express emotion. In relationships, a defender may use physical effects as a stand-in for loving words. This personality type takes no greater joy than in pleasing other people, oftentimes considering this a personal duty. This applies to intimacy as well. They typically spare no effort in this department. Defenders will spend tremendous amounts of energy and time finding ways to keep their relationship fun and enjoyable for their partners. They do this in efforts so that they may receive commitment, love, and appreciation. If relationships develop whereby the defender is not shown gratitude for their efforts, a storm can begin to brew within them. Over time, a lack of appreciation can cause a massive outburst of emotion that won't be able to be contained. This can sometimes lead to issues within their home and relationship if not handled correctly. All in all, the defender's true passions in life are taking care of their families and their environment. They are trustworthy, loyal, loving, and faithful. A committed, appreciative, thriving relationship and family is the ultimate joy for this personality type. The best matches for defenders are those with the observant or sensing traits. However, there should be one or two opposing traits to acquire room for the couple to grow, develop, mature, and help one another along the way. Though defenders can mix well with most other personality types. They prefer so strongly to avoid miscommunication and conflict that it makes friends types mostly irrelevant. They also make great parents with their advantage of being caring, thoughtful, and responsible. They are often seen as ideal parents with their ability to be there as parents while also understanding them as people. Defenders could be considered the backbone of the modern workforce. No other personality type is suited to be of service to others with their altruistic and well-rounded nature. Defenders excel at supporting their coworkers and customers alike. Their desire to please others helps to alleviate uncomfortable situations. Not surprisingly, their uncanny ability to remember things about others makes them highly valued and well-liked among colleagues. Between this and their hard work and dedication, there's no surprise that the defender's career often progresses smoothly throughout their life. Defenders aren't likely to actively seek managerial positions, and even less likely to brag about their career achievements. As long as they are receiving appreciation, they are more than happy to remain enthusiastic and hardworking in their positions. With their natural caring traits, the defender will make a great counselor, elementary school teacher, technical support, or any role that allows them to help others one-on-one.
Vin Diesel. I thought that I heard Vin Diesel was a jerk in real life. May well be. Perhaps things. Perhaps the whole fame thing went to his head and shifted him from his true, authentic way of being. I don't know. Mehdi, is that possible?
Without having to worry about corporate politics. The defenders typically will not seek out promotions or managerial positions, but they can and will respect the structured hierarchy, and they will fill the positions well with their ability to get things done while at the same time respecting others. On the opposite end of the spectrum, the defenders struggle at generating new ideas and grasping abstract concepts. This makes them shy away from fields in academic research and corporate strategy. These fields are too intangible and impersonal for them to utilize their strengths. Another challenge for defenders will be harsh or hasty changes within their environment or situation without proper explanation or warning. This can feel like a betrayal directly in the face of their dedication and loyalty. The defender can thrive in a strong, well-developed institution alongside like-minded individuals. Careers in nursing, as well as social and religious workers, serve as appealing options. It's also common to see defenders volunteering at shelters, food banks, and children's schools. Their warm, service-oriented nature make them more than welcome in many positions. There are few personality types that are as practical and dedicated as the defenders. Their reliability and altruistic nature makes them great at creating and maintaining a secure and stable environment for themselves and loved ones. It really is a good thing that this is the most common personality type, as their dedicated and caring nature makes them absolutely essential and invaluable in many areas of their own lives as well as many others.
Or as Mehdi says,
ESFJ.
wait, pause. As Mehdi says, why? They will just do what they are told without questioning anything. So they're the soldiers. They're the people that the world needs all types. So that last ISFJ are the most common type. Spoiler alert, INFJs are the least common. There's no hierarchy, but just saying. So we're starting on the next one. Is anyone here? The Terminator is an ISTJ, says Mehdi. Yes. So many of my nursing friends were ISFJ. It was funny. That makes sense. They said nursing was one of their very well-suited personality types. Hi, Daisy. Good to see you, darling. Mwah. I saw your messages earlier. I haven't had a chance to read them because I was in my last 15, 20 minutes of getting ready panic, which is always a thing every day. Time blindness, it's a thing. Hence the Sentinels in the Matrix. Yes. This is R.E. Val Kilmer. She says he's an asshole. He's an asshole. I don't give a fuck. A few documentaries on that subject. His attitude cost him his career. Yeah, nobody wants to work with a dick, do they? Scott says, oh, that was about someone's Scott's work with. Lieutenant Shaw was a boss. All have no idea, but I got to see her shine. Yes. Except me being an ENTJ. Oh, so you you were you were drawn to the leadership roles then, Suzanne, and they kind of those ISTJs. Oh my god, my brain. They all sort of fell in line. Nice to have a crew of people that are happy to be led. Must have been very satisfying for you. Heather Taylor asks, was Vin Diesel a jerk before, but is not so jerkish these days? I don't know about any of that. But Paul Walker's death may have done a number on him and put things into perspective. As I heard, they were real close. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Close. But that's pure speculation and guesses on my part. And I love the all caps. Bring it. ENTJ, is an analyst. God, can't say words. This sounds like a dream job. Not jealous at all. Haha. Trump is an ENTJ. Interesting. You can type it. There's no blocked words here. No blocked words here. Let it all out. Okay, let's go. ESFJ. Anyone ESFJ here?
Consul. At 12% of the population, the consul is our second personality type in the sentinel role. It possesses the traits of extroverted, sensing, feeling, and judging. These individuals are attentive to details and people-focused. They enjoy taking part in social and community settings. Their achievements are led by their decisive values and eagerness to provide guidance to others. The consul personality is often seen as the popular type in high school. They may have been the cheerleaders or the quarterbacks, completely setting the tone for what is cool. They're often in the spotlight, leading their teams forward to victory and glory.
Night night, Robin.
Later in life, however, consuls continue to enjoy supporting friends and family. They're often the ones organizing gatherings and making effort to ensure others are happy. Consuls are most certainly social creatures at heart. They thrive on staying up to date and in touch with their friends' and family's lives and what they're doing. Scientific theories, deep discussions, and politics are unlikely to capture the consul's interest for long. Their focus is typically more concerned with their appearance, fashion, as well as their own social status and the standings of others. Gossip and practical matters are some of the go-to subjects for conversation and interest. But consuls will typically do their best to do good with their social status and abilities. Consuls are altruistic in their core. They take the responsibility to do the right thing very seriously. They will typically base their moral compass on the established traditions and laws. They will generally uphold authority and rules rather than drawing their morality from philosophy or mysticism. They can struggle to understand that people are different from them and come from different backgrounds with varying perspectives. What may seem right to them isn't always an absolute truth, and that can be a challenge for them to comprehend. This personality type enjoys any position in life that allows them to participate in a meaningful way. Just like the defender, they love to be of service to others, and they also need appreciation and gratitude for their services. Their respect for hierarchy allows them to do their best to position themselves with some authority, both at home and at work. This allows them to keep things clear, stable, and organized for everyone. Consuls can always be found when at a party. They're the supportive and outgoing ones that find time to chat and laugh with everyone. Consuls truly enjoy hearing about their friends' relationships and activities. They greet people with a warmth and sensitivity, oftentimes capable of remembering intricate details that others consider unimportant. If the vibe of the room is not right or there is tension, consuls can sense it immediately and will try to restore harmony and stability to the group. They spend a good amount of their time and energy establishing social order. They much prefer planned and organized events over open-ended or spontaneous activities. When they are at the helm of the organizing, they will invest great amounts of effort into it. With that effort invested, they can sometimes get their feelings hurt when their ideas are rejected or if people just aren't interested. Consuls may struggle to understand that social events aren't for everybody. The consul's biggest challenge is their hypersensitivity. They must learn over time to accept others' differences and the criticisms that they will be subjected to. Over time, they realize their best option is to focus on what they do best, be a role model, take care of what they're in control of, and enjoy the appreciation that they do receive. Strong practical skills are among the consul's primary strengths.
Hi, Charles.
They make excellent managers of day-to-day tasks and routine maintenance. They enjoy ensuring that those who are close to them are well cared for. Their strong sense of duty and responsibility allow them to strive to meet their obligations, though the core of this may sometimes come from a sense of social expectations rather than intrinsic value. Consuls value stability and security. With that comes a high level of loyalty to protect the hierarchy and status quo. They make very trustworthy and committed partners and employees. They often become pillars within their respective groups and teams. This applies to both their personal and professional realms. The warm and sensitive nature of the consul helps them to ensure stability within their environment. They seek harmony and care deeply about others' feelings, careful not to offend or hurt them. They make great team players and will always seek to achieve win-win situations. The consul's naturally social personality makes them very good at connecting with others. Their personality traits come together to make consuls very comfortable and well-liked. They have no problem with small talk or following the social cues in order to help gel their communities. On the other hand, the biggest strength is also their biggest insecurity. Their eagerness to be well-liked leaves them overly worried about their social status. This impacts their decision-making so much that it can limit their creativity and open-mindedness. Consoles tend to place so much importance on what is socially acceptable that it can leave them inflexible at times.
I don't know what I just did. Wait, it's still there. I just typed something and it fucking hated me. Hang on. Yikes. Just keep making sure you're awake, y'all. Go back 10 seconds. Jesus, fuck, chat. I was going to say, Medi, who are some ESFJs? Wait, press play. God damn it. Such a professional. Yoy.
Them inflexible at times. They can be highly critical of anything unconventional or outside the mainstream. This can cause them to sometimes push their own beliefs too hard to establish the mainstream. This personality type can also be very vulnerable to criticism. Their conflict-averse nature makes it especially challenging to change their negative tendencies. They can become defensive and hurt quite easily, especially if a person close to them criticizes their habits, traditions, or beliefs. The neediness of consoles can be overbearing at times. If they don't feel that they are receiving appreciation for their efforts, they may start fishing for compliments in an attempt to receive the reassurance they crave. Consoles can sometimes be too attentive to those around them. They can overwhelm those that don't wish to receive it, making their good intentions ultimately unwelcome. The console can sometimes neglect their own needs in this process as well. With the console's high evaluation of validation and sense of belonging, romantic relations can hold a special level of importance to them, for it's from this type of relationship that the console can receive the highest level of support and devotion. They deeply value feelings of security and stability that can come along with strong romantic relationships. This same need for validation discourages consoles from casual flings. They much prefer knowing that their partners will always be by their sides, offering unwavering support. Marriage and family are the ultimate goal. With that in mind, they take every stage of the relationship very seriously. Nearly everything about the console's relationship is based on satisfying mutual needs. This goes from creating understanding early onto building mutual respect and support for one another's opinions and goals. Feeling loved and appreciated has a huge effect on the console's mood and self-esteem. The console's dislike towards conflict and criticism can make it challenging to address any problems that come up within their relationships. If there is no feeling of support,
That's a good question, Heather. I know Heather's saying to Medi, I know you said there's 4 sides for all of us, Medi. I think that's what I remember. The subconscious, the super ego, and what are the other 2? And so, ego and something else? Or am I way off on that? Medi might have dipped for a second. I'm not sure, just looking at the numbers. Scott, I'm sure you did your part in your all the brave people you've been able to work with. You are blessed, and your experience. I'm sure you're sorry, my brain. I'm sure that your experiences in life have impacted on them as much as those people have impacted on you. That's what life's all about, right? Yes, Sav, sorry. I also believe that Myers-Briggs changes over time slightly as well. Yes, it can. Absolutely. It's yes. That's definitely a thing. And that's why I'm scared to do the test again, because I don't want to be not an INFJ anymore. Where? I'm pretty sure I'm INFJ. ID and ego, id and ego, perhaps. If Medi comes back in, we will ask him then. Carry on.
during moments of criticism from their partner, they can be deeply hurt. Realizing their partner doesn't respect their dreams or opinions is one of the most painful experiences that they can undergo. Despite their ability to remain tough and tireless in the face of a hardship, they need to know without a doubt that their partners are behind them 100%. Less mature consoles can lack the inner strength and wisdom to attract this in healthy ways. Their neediness can compromise their own principles and values in exchange for their partner's approval. Not only is this unappealing, but it can very easily lead to emotionally abusive relationships, which reduce the console's self-esteem even further. Another struggle will be their fixation on social status and approval. It's common to see a console's social circles and family's opinions play a bigger part in their choice of partners than even their own values. Consoles
Bob, I just Googled it, and AI Overview told me that Nicole Kidman is an INFJ. So, be like Nicole Kidman. We can't be anything. We just have to be who we are.
are happy to take
Authenticity or nothing. Authenticity or bust.
care of mundane responsibilities
Boobs.
to help take care of the people they love and ensure a higher quality of life. They may struggle to make sure that they build relationships that allow them to satisfy their own needs and dreams with partners who appreciate their efforts fully and reciprocate them as well. The people of this
Maddie's back.
personality type are typically very traditional in how their relationships develop.
Pause. Medi, Heather wanted to know. Wait. Oh my God. Scrolling. Here we go. Medi, I know you said that there's 4 types of for all of us. I think that's what I remember. The subconscious, the super ego, and what are the other 2? Ego and something else? Or am I way off on that? Please enlighten us, Medi, or enlighten Heather, but we'll also all be enlightened along the way.
According to their own established dating rules and norms. Things like don't call first or not putting out until the 3rd date, etc. When a console's relationship enters the sexual stages, they will continue this emphasis on tradition with established gender roles and socially acceptable activities. Nevertheless, consoles are very centered in the physical world with elaborate emotions. Because of this, they tend to be highly affectionate and sensual, and they're overall great sexual partners. Consoles will go to great lengths to make their partners happy, and passionate intimacy is a great way to do so. Only after becoming incredibly close with another individual will they start to open up to experimentation and trying new things with a willing partner. The neediness of consoles makes certain personality types better suited to meet those needs. Partners should generally share the console's sensing or observant trait. Introverted partners can also suit them well as a counterbalance to their extroverted nature. The logical addition of a thinker can also be beneficial for the console to encourage them to grow as a person. The very social console will have no problem establishing and maintaining friendships. Their loyalty and warmth will typically stand by their friends no matter what. They can prove to be a constant source of emotional support and encouragement. On the whole, the console is pleasant and sincere. Their energy combined with their social aptitude allow them to win over many new acquaintances and friends. Their support and dedication only serves to strengthen those friendships over time. The love of life and communication ensure dull moments are very rare between themselves and friends. Console's parenting skills flourish as they're given an opportunity to display their affection, warmth, and dedication in ways that have immeasurable amounts of positive impact. They are firm yet sensitive and have a great ability to establish rules and authority without becoming overbearing. Their use of compassion and support allow them to smooth over the occasional miscommunication or difference of opinions. Having children is oftentimes the epitome of a console's life goals, and they will cherish every single minute of it. With a trait that allows them to express themselves strongly, the console can lead with a practical sense and social vigor. The careers these individuals find most fulfilling usually revolve around making the best use of their strong suits. They are well organized and enjoy bringing order and structure to their workplaces. They typically work best in environments with clear, established hierarchies and tasks. The console can work through the monotony and routine work without challenge. They are happy to do what needs to be done. Consoles will have a natural fit within careers as administrators.
You're good, Medi.
The practical skills they possess combine well with their reliability, making them very good accountants. Though they much prefer working as personal accountants, allowing them to help and interact with people directly. Their need for human interaction prevents much joy for purely analytical careers. They find it too dull, and they feel a need for emotional feedback in order to be truly satisfied at work. As they are great listeners and enthusiastic members of any team, they are excellent workers in the medical field as well as social work. Their comfort with authority also makes them great teachers of any age. Just like with many areas in a console's life, the best careers for them are the ones that provide the ability to be appreciated and know that they've...
Hey, is anyone in the chat right now ESFJ? Just interested. And we'll finish this one, and I think we might we might, because we've been going an hour and a half, and it's kind of dry. So what we might do is leave the rest of the groups. We might do one more. I'll see. I'll decide. We can decide together. So that would be 4. But we already did the whole thing about sentinels and analysts and explorers and diplomats. No. Yes. That.
Helped people. Knowing that they've done something valuable for another person is a big deal for them with their altruistic nature. Since they tend to provide so much, they can sometimes find it easy to work their way up in the career field. This also makes religious work and counseling feel particularly rewarding for them. Consuls overall thrive in busy social situations where their practical knowledges and skills can be fully utilized. Renowned for their social and administrative skills, consuls are tremendous at creating and maintaining a secure and friendly environment for those around them. Few other personalities can match their practical and caring nature. ISTJ, the logistician. Coming in as the third in the sentinel role at just under 12% of the population. The logistician's personality type has introverted, sensing.
Chat. I think we might wrap it up there because it's an hour and a half, and we've been going for a couple of hours before this. So that's like 4 hours of total live streaming, and I don't want us to get sort of droning on. Can we do an astrology chart sometime? It's absolutely related. It's somewhat related. Yes, we can do that. Let's do it at the start of, maybe at the start of the next one, or we can do a whole astrology stream. Absolutely. We can work out how to calculate our sun and moon and all that stuff. I've done that, but it doesn't stick in my brain. I'm a Cancer through and through. I can't remember. Logistician is a fun, weird word. It is. Logistician. Interesting. So thank you so much for being here. I'm going to hit pause on that, but Medi's got to do some research, so we might just wait till he comes back. I don't want him to come back and we're gone. But did we learn something? I like learning about these other types because I've only ever taken an interest in my own type. Same as my understanding of astrology. I don't know much about the other ones. So that's a really good idea, actually, Bob. And for some reason, and sorry, sir, but I was quite surprised when I saw that you're interested in that kind of stuff. I love that. And then you said also oh no, that was Bill that says all I know is I'm toxicity masculine. Toxically masculine. Well, I don't know about that, sir. Diabolical is probably my favorite word to date. Okay, what's everybody's favorite word? I'm a pretty big fucking fan of quadrillion, to be honest. I don't know why. It tickles my fancy. It's such a big number. 15 zeros. Love. 10. Quadrillion. 10 quadrillion. Cheryl with an S says, hey, girl, to Heather. Nicole is the greatest actress in the world. Have you seen BMX Bandits, Bob? I'm sure you have. Paradigm shift. Taylor, Taryn T, baby T. Busty Lusty, Dusty, says cunt. I mean, yes, hard T. So thank you to my beautiful moderators. Thank you, chatters. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for the love. Shall we go and do something? I'll see you tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, narcissists or just assholes. That's what we're doing tomorrow night. And then at 9 Eastern tomorrow night, I'll be joining Steve from Publicly Buzzed to do a whole lot of hanging and banging. Feral Friday, you'll have to come along. It's so good. Unconscious, demon mode. Yikes, Medi. You're welcome, Vixie. I love it. Bill says, I've been told I'm incorrigible, so I just went with that. I mean, that takes all types. What would we do without you, Bill? We love incorrigible. Love, love, love. Publicly Buzzed. There it is. Subscribe. Rising Seas Lift All Ships. He does great stuff. Steve does. Murder Church on Tuesday nights and Sunday mornings. Feral Fridays on Friday nights. And then other stuff he does. He's been doing some stuff about the UAPs and the drones. He does some true crime, some comedy, some stuff on most of his stuff on YouTube, and then on Fridays and occasionally other nights he goes over to Kick, because you can watch things that are copyrighted without any repercussions or recourse, which we love here. Your demon, Medi, is the ENTJ. Is there a test to work out, Medi, what those 4 ones are, the 4 sides? Because we'd love to know that. Bill, you are too much toxic masculinity. Lol. Oh, whoa. Did you do a coffee? Enjoy your coffee, Mods and Shorty. Thank you. Oh, there we go. Thanks, Suzanne. I just saw that then 3 minutes ago. Thank you so much for streaming this. I needed a good refresher, and it's taking my mind off less destructive things. Wait, let me pull it up. That's what she said. Less destructive things on YouTube. Yes. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. I love that you shared some of your life experiences with us, your work experiences. We loved having you here. It's always lovely to have everybody here. So my stream schedule is going back to just Friday and Saturday nights from next weekend. So we've got 2 more nights after tonight. Of Camp Shorty, the forever Camp Shorty. I don't know if we've reached that threshold yet, but it feels like we're getting close. 20 nights of Camp Shorty with 21, but with 1 night in the middle that we didn't, 1 night in there this week that we didn't stream. It's been so fun. I've really loved all the variety of the things we've talked about. Happy to have opened a can of worms again, or like stirred it up a bit. Thank you, Medieval, for being here. Have a great night, Scott. We love you. Thank you, Suzanne. I don't have a lot of need for interaction. Except for boobs, obviously. Smart ass. Bill, in the all caps. Quit your other job. Yes. Sadly, one needs to pay the bills. And I know that I look like and seem to be quite the grifter. However, we're not quite there yet. We'll get there. Thank you, Charles. Thank you so much, Miss Shorty. God's blessings. And to you, sir. I think that's all. Let's hear that damn song one more time. I love that song. What are we talking about? At least it says 2025 now, right, Taryn? Thank you, Timely. RIP to your fallen heroes, Scotty. Yes. Thank you all. Love and hugs. Oh, wait. What am I doing with myself? God knows. Stop sharing. Wait. And this. Yikes. Okay. Thank you so much. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. And enjoy the rest of your evening, whatever's left of it. Have a dab, have a bong, have a joint, have a wine, or just go to bed. Talk to you later. Mwah! I love you. Bye.
It's on that Shorty New Year. Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty. We're so glad you're here. Camp Shorty is where you will find family. Our mod Avengers will greet you with glee. At Camp Shorty, you can shine and shine bright, because in Shorty Camp leader is a fucking delight. It's on this Shorty New Year. A Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty. We're so glad you're here. Your opinions are valid. You can fly like a bird with the comments and scream. You will always be heard. It's the best chat on YouTube. You can cuss all you want. And here at Camp Shorty, we even say cut. It's on this Shorty New Year. A Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty. We're so glad you're here. Let your all caps be free. It's so liberating. We stay on topic, although occasionally things get a bit feral, but it's clear to see. It's a lit Shorty New Year. A Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty. We're so glad you're here. Camp Shorty is where you will find family. Our mod Avengers will greet you with glee. At Camp Shorty, you can shine and shine bright, shorty camp leader.